everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Let's go! Ohio, check.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals take possession. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
So second and 10 here. Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here and he fires one incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. Buying left. Now he's going to let it go deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. They send Green to the left on his own. They look to throw on third with Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
20, zebra, 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 zebra.
A 4th down gamble with Dalton. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They come out here in the eye. They go back to the air here after the INT. And that is incomplete here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll send Wheaton in motion left. Wheaton will come in motion right. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On the right side, caught by Green. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
13 yards there on the pickup, and the Bengals are going to have a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that one results in 35 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Flush to his right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And his throw here's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Passing, it's Dalton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Come on, let's go!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds Barnage. He's got it. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Browns were able to cash in for 6. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. Second down, Dalton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
First and 10 for Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Caught, Eifert over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. So they're operating in the red zone, where they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happen.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive units, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And caught right side, Green. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Dalton, forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. The tight end in motion right. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. And that's complete to Croft. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. And quickly, they get to the line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Green's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. The final act of the first half. Dalton surveying the field. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Second down, Dalton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. Another credit for the defense there. They just forced an incompletion.
Yes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big tight end. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it is now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. So Dalton now, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Third down and 4. Dalton now to pass. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Let's go! One, round.
He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Hey. Come on, let's go! 190.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Come on, let's go!
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Take it off. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. In motion left goes a tight end. Dalton throwing on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 3 yards to go on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Let's go! Ohio!
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go. Brad 38.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Going for it all. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Watch the twist. Ohio. Flex round. Check 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw here. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on third and goal.
Here we go. Flex round. Switch. Ohio.
They'll look to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. It's their quarterback. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Ace.
design run for their wideout. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Second down, Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Fitzgerald's got it right side. 23 yards on the play.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
He'll look to throw, buying time to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are pouring it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Gets it to Gordon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that is incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Eifert, the man in motion. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys in bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Fitzgerald. Give him 30 yards there.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. So Dalton now. That's complete. It's Gordon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third down now following the completed pass. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Andy Dalton, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Dalton, 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Andrew Billings in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Watch 88. Watch 88.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Get wide.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. And out now, here come the Bengals. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, say that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He's got time. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And this looks to probably be the final play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Cleveland, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.